I think there's some areas we really want to improve from last season. I think there's some guys we want to bring along and gain confidence and get them to improve where we want them to improve. So I'm excited to get back out there with the guys and get back to work on the things we've been focused on the last few months. So it'll be exciting.
What are whether it's getting the running game going or is there a thing or two for you that's going to be a bigger priority than others this spring?
Yeah, I think obviously the run game and creating a mentality there where we can be consistent in the run game, because obviously we had some good games later on in the year, but that's got to be something we're committed to. And with that run game, what does that do? That helps us protect the quarterback so that we're not dropping back as much and quarterback's not taking as many hits. So that's really focus number one. Focus number two is create more explosive plays. And we just got to get more chunk plays. Too many times we're focused on long drives and 12, 13, 14 play drives. And you can't score a lot of points if that's consistently what you're doing. You got to have explosive plays. And then red zone. We moved the ball really well last year in a lot of games, but had to settle for a lot of field goals. That kept games closer than they needed to be. So just finishing in the red zone with touchdowns.
You came into the season talking about going fast and scoring all these points and doing this. Whether it be injury, whether it just be ineffectiveness, I know you had to change things and what you hoped to do. What percentage or how far away was what we saw from what you actually hoped that it would be seen?
I mean, definitely from what we hoped to have, it was far off. And obviously it's been a year. It's been a time of reflection for me of what can I have done a better job, because at the end of the day, it starts with me as a leader, as a coordinator. Where can I improve? I think there were obviously some things that were out of our control that we had to overcome. And that's okay. And then there were some things that were in our control where I could have done a better job, or as a staff we could have done a better job. And those are the areas we're really focusing on. Where can we be better as a staff so that we can take the next step? And then understanding, again, I know people don't want to hear about a process or that things take time, but we were doing a dramatic change in offense, and it didn't go as fast as we wanted it to go. It didn't come to the place we wanted it to be, but I do think there's a process there. And already you can see in year two just how much we're able to do, because our guys already know a lot of the language and the verbiage, and that allows us to be a little bit further along now where we were a year ago. So I'm excited to see that, and I think we're going to take the right steps.
And I know Hank was playing injured with his knee for a lot of last year too. That kind of was kept quiet and stuff. But just with Hank in general, having a fourth-year starter at quarterback, and you guys may manufacture a competition, I don't know, but just having a guy like that there that, Andy was saying it's kind of like when you come in as a freshman, you take 100 level classes, then you take 300 level classes when you're a junior and senior. I mean, what is he going to be able to do to lead this offense in his second year with you guys working together that you think can maybe take it to the next level?
I do think him and I have developed a great relationship. I've gained a lot of respect for Hank. I don't think there's a tougher quarterback in the country. And I think where he's trying to grow is what we talked about. What you just said is his leadership off the field, his ability to retain information and study and take that next step of knowledge so that maybe he sees things a little bit differently. He's able to anticipate, get the ball out sooner, help us in the run game, and get healthy, because like you said, he was playing unhealthy for pretty much the entire season there, especially the back half. But again, his toughness gutted it out. And I'm excited to see him be healthy again and get off to a good start here in the spring.
I know the easy game plan last year was just get the ball to Shaq as much as you could. How hard is that going to be with him gone, and who are some guys that you want to see evolve into those roles where when you get the ball in their hands that they can make plays for you?
I think it works two ways. I mean, when you got a great player like Shaq, it's a positive. I mean, because that guy's going to create a matchup problem, and you're going to get in the ball, and good things are going to happen. And the negative to that is almost the black hole effect of, everyone's almost conceding to him, and the quarterback sometimes is going through progressions, but trying to get the ball to him so much because that's a focus that maybe we get off track of what our reads should have been. So I think the positive is we have a lot of talented guys in that room. We've always felt that way, and now these guys have an opportunity to do their thing and come out to the forefront. And obviously the negative is you lose a great player, so now we got to replace those receptions, and we got to replace that explosiveness with multitude of guys, which I do think we have.
A couple new offensive coaches. How do you think that's going to help, maybe particularly in the running game with a guy like Keith that's coached running backs for a long time and had some pretty good success? How do you think the change-ups in the staff could help the offense?
Yeah, I think with a guy like KB, I've known him for a while now, and just his expertise at that position with the amount of guys he's put in the league, and I think that's going to help us a lot in our development of that running back position. But he also brings a lot of energy and just a lot of vocalness to our team, and I'm excited to have him here. And then I think you look again in the run game, Nate, what he knows as offensive line and tight end, and understanding us to create the different combinations that's going to help us in the run game. So and bring that toughness, and again, another Boise guy that understands what it takes to win here. So I think Coach hit 2 home runs with those guys.